again. What do you make of these thoughts?
Very, very interesting, Sandy. Maybe he's referring to Almaz Ayana, who broke the world record by huge.
Fantastic achievement by her, Shaka, in the women's 10,000 meters final. She obliterated the previous record by, I think, more than 14 seconds.
Obliterated is the one. What does that mean to an average English?
Did you like that word? Crushed it. They crushed that world record. In fact, there were a lot of questions right after the race. Is she doping? But to put it in context, I think there were 18 Olympians in that race, Shaka, who set personal bests. In other words, the conditions were really good that night in Rio. There had been a rain. It was very cool. The track was fast. And the fact that these other Olympians also exceeded their previous bests says a lot. But that was one of the great African highlights in Rio.
The first word I probably heard that adjective used was back in 1968, Bob Beamon in the long jump.
Yes.
You remember?
That was another obliteration of a world record by Bob Beamon, which was that one was at altitude, however,
yes,
in Mexico City.
They claimed it had an asterisk of sorts when the Kipchainos were beating the Jim Ryan in the 1,500 meters and all that kind of stuff. But look, man, it has since become a norm for Kenya to do its thing.
Yes, and speaking of world records, quick shout out for that South African, Wade van Niekerk,
yes,
in the men's 400 meters.
Yes.
That was an interesting race, Shaka, in that he set the world record from lane 8, the
yes,
outside lane,
yes,
which tactically is not regarded as the best position to be in a race of that nature. You really want to be in one of the middle lanes so you can see on each side of you, how Shaka is running.
Yes.
You can take a quick look. He really could not see who was behind him during that race. And again, he broke the record previously held by Michael Johnson of the USA.
But if I remember correctly, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think I remember another African athletic giant, again back in 1972 Munich Olympics, by the name John Achibua from Uganda. 400 meters hurdles and world record time, beating David Hemmel of Britain, the defending champion.
I knew you would get his name in, Shaka.
Very interesting, very interesting. Well, thanks, Mariama, for bringing us this week's audience reaction.
Well, I think obliterated is going to be like, if I can actually pronounce the word, I can. Is going to be one of STA's favorite words. We'll put it in the STA lexicon, that's for sure.